Okay, we are live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this live session. Okay, it's Thursday at 8 p.m., and I'm super excited to have all of you here. So, if you guys can hear me, then just type hi in the chat. If you can hear me, type hi in the chat. So if you guys can hear me right now, say hi in the chat. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Awesome. I can see Amina is saying hi. Bookie is saying hi. Awesome. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. If you guys can hear me, say hi in the chat. Perfect. I can see Julia is saying hi. Pelumi is saying hi. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We have Lolo's Spicy Kitchen is saying hi. Perfect. Awesome. You guys can hear me. Amazing. Okay. So while we wait for everybody to join, you guys should tell me, where are you watching this from right now? What part of the country are you in, and where are you watching this from? You can just say your name and say, I'm watching from Abuja, or you can type your name and say, I'm watching from Lagos, okay? So where are you guys watching this from? Where are you guys watching from right now? I can see Vivian is saying hello. Hi Vivian, welcome to tonight's session. Okay, so Bookie is watching from Abuja. Pelumi is watching from Lagos. Welcome. Lolo's Spicy Kitchen is also watching from Abuja. Nice. So Julie is watching from Benway. Wow, you guys are really watching from all over the country right now. This is amazing. This is really, really good. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's dive straight into tonight's class. Okay. Now, before I get started, if you guys can see the presentation I have on the screen, just type I can see it. So I have a presentation that says how to make 750,000 from social media. So if you can see it, type I can see it. Let me know if you guys can see it on the screen right now. If you guys can see it, just type I can see it. Awesome. Fatima said I can see. James said I can see. Mary said she's watching from Abuja. Okay. Awesome. Amina said I can see it. So let's dive into this session. Okay. Now, my name is Emil Rubin. I'm a former engineering student, and I have been able to build an 8-figure online business with over 600 students under me who now make anywhere from 5 to 8 figures weekly. And I was able to accomplish all of this without having a huge social media presence. Also, I literally started with a terrible, slow Android phone, which had an awful camera. So if I could do it, anybody could do it. And I'll be showing you the exact steps that I took to achieve this result. Okay? Now take a look at this person here on the right side of the screen. This was literally me a few years ago, okay? So a few years ago, I was doing an engineering program in school, and I'll be honest with you, sorting out my day-to-day bills was a huge struggle. And it came with so much begging, okay? I had absolutely nothing to my name. And I was always begging someone for money. I was always asking either my parents or my sisters. At one point, I even asked my girlfriend at the time, which was incredibly embarrassing, right? I was always begging somebody because I had no money to my name. And I was stuck in a never ending loop of spending money and not knowing where my next credit alert would come from. And I knew that this was not the life that I wanted for myself. Okay. And I know that some of you may be in a similar situation tonight, but don't worry, because by the end of this session, you will know exactly how to take yourself out of this situation. Okay, and let me show you a few testimonies of some people whose lives were completely transformed after attending one of my mind-blowing trainings, just like the one that you are in right now. Okay, so here you can see on the screen, this is Kofo. Now, Kofo is somebody who was able to make 260,000 naira in her first 7 days of starting this business model. And you can see it here on the screen. I asked her, how much have you made in total? And she said, man, 260,000 so far. Okay. And she isn't the only one. This is Faith. Faith made over 200,000 naira in 11 days from this same business model. And she even started with just 50,000 naira. But guess what? You will not even need up to that amount to start up tonight. Okay? And then we have Precious. Precious is somebody who currently makes 1.5 million a week from this same business model that I am about to show you. And you can see here on the left, this is a picture of her when she went on vacation and a credit alert in her GT Bank of 1.5 million naira. Okay. And then you have me. Here you can see a picture of me sitting beside the pool, and I've made well over $19,000 in one of my foreign Stripe accounts. Okay, so you can calculate that in naira and see how much that is. Now, don't you also want these kinds of testimonies for yourself? If you know you want these kinds of testimonies for yourself, type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you know you want this type of testimony for yourself. I want to see you guys fill the chat with yes. I want positive energy for tonight's session. So if you know that you want this type of testimony for yourself, type yes. Okay, Vivian is saying yes. Amina is saying yes. Awesome, awesome. You guys are saying yes. Perfect. So let's keep going. Okay. So if you stay till the end of this training, I have a special gift worth over 200,000 naira that I'll be giving to you in the group if you stay till the end of this webinar, okay? Now, I'm not saying I'm going to give each of you 200,000 naira. No, I'm saying I have a gift that is worth 200,000, okay? Something that I paid 200K for that will help all of you, but only those who stay till the end. Okay, so if you know that you will pay close attention and stay till the end of this class, comment yes in the chat. Comment yes. Okay, I'm seeing Tayo is saying yes. I'm seeing Umi is saying yes. Amazing, perfect. This is what I love to see. Okay, so let's go into it. Now, what I'm about to share with you is going to blow your mind away. In fact, you will be so grateful for taking out time to be here tonight because it will be the best decision that you have ever made. And this is because I am bringing to your attention something that will transform your life completely. And I know the effect that it's had on me. My past was filled with so many downsides, but now life has taken a turn for the better, and I know that the next few months will bring even more massive success. And I believe that everyone should have equal access to this opportunity. And that is why I am about to share it with you. So pay close attention, remove all distractions that you have, put your phone on silent or on DND, and ensure that the next few minutes you will be focused on what you are about to learn. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, before we begin, I want to make something very clear. This business is not for everybody, okay? It's not for lazy people because this business will actually require you to work, right? It will require between 30 minutes to 1 hour daily. So if you're lazy and you don't want to do any work and you're just hoping that money will come to you randomly, this is not going to work for you, okay? This is not for lazy people. Now, the second type of person this is not for is people with a poverty mindset. Listen, if you're the kind of person that you don't believe this business can transform your financial situation, or you generally do not believe that any online business can make you huge sums of money, I'm sorry, but this is not going to help you because you have a mindset problem, okay? Now, this is also not for people with negative mindsets. So if you're someone who maybe you had a bad experience before with an online business, or your friends who are not feeding you keep telling you not to start and you're listening to them, this is not for you, okay? Now, let me tell you who this business is for. It's for students, it's for graduates, it's for stay-at-home moms who have lots of time in the house and who want to have something that can work for them. It's for people who, someone who is looking for a side income that will not affect their main income. And it's also for someone who needs a main income that will bring huge amounts of cash. Okay? Now, are you aware that if you make 750,000 naira per month or more, you are already in the top 1% of Nigerians? So that means all you need to be in part of the top 1% of Nigerians is 750,000 naira or more. Isn't that amazing? Now imagine you start up this business model and you make 750,000 naira per month. Imagine being able to buy that luxury hair, clothes, shoes, or anything that would make you stand out amongst your peers. Imagine being able to afford a beautiful apartment that has all the necessary facilities, okay? Look at the apartment that I was able to recently move into. I'll show it for you now on the screen. Imagine being able to have your own apartment, okay? All from this same social media that all of us are using, okay? And lastly, imagine being able to pay your bills, being able to sort your school fees without begging anyone for assistance, or being able to pay for things without thinking so hard about where the next money will come from. Now meet Precious, okay? This is Precious, somebody who is doing this same business model right now and who was able to make 1.5 million in a week. Just imagine what you would do with that amount in your bank. And later that same week, she went on a luxury vacation to Rwanda with her friends. Imagine having so much money that you're able to pay your bills and still go on a vacation without worrying about where your money is going to come from. Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want to be able to go on a vacation with your friends and family? If you know that's something you want, type yes in the chat. Let me see if you're still following. Type yes in the chat if that's something you want. Type yes in the chat. If you know that's something you'd love, type yes in the chat. I'm seeing Afolabi is saying yes. I'm seeing Julia is saying yes. Amina is saying yes. Of course, everybody would love this, right? Everybody would love this, okay? And that's why I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide on how to make 750,000 naira or more monthly. And I know that you're ready to learn. So let's dive into it. Now, the business that I'm about to reveal to you is known as social media monetization. Now, you are not bringing two people who are bringing another two people. No, that's not what this is, okay? You are not referring anyone to anything. That's not how this works. You are not even going to be leaving your house to do anything. And you are definitely not investing 5K to collect 50K at the end of the week. This is not sporty bet. This is not any of that rubbish. This is a business model. Okay, this is an actual business. All right. And it's a business that your favorite influencers, your favorite celebrities, and other Nigerians just like you are doing every single day. Now, social media monetization is simply a business where you make money from social media by selling helpful digital products. And then you make simple videos that attract people who already want to buy these products. See the difference there? You're making videos that are attracting people who already want these products. Now, a common example of digital products are things like ebooks, classes, a video, and stuff like that. Okay. Now, people sell digital products every single day. So let's say you want to sell an ebook, right? And an ebook costs 5,000 naira. If you sell one ebook, you make 5,000 naira. If you sell 10 ebooks, you make 50,000 naira. If you sell 100 ebooks, you can make 500,000 naira, and so on. Now, let me show you someone we all know who is doing this right now. Okay. Now, take a look at this person here on the screen. Take a good look at this person here. Do you know who she is? If you know who she is, type her name in the chat. Type her name in the chat if you know who this woman is. I want to see you guys type her name. Let me see if you guys are following. If you know who this woman is on the screen, type her name in the chat. Let me see. Awesome. Hilda, exactly. Exactly. Elegant said Hilda. Vivian said Hilda Bassi. Of course, we all know who this woman is, right? She is the person who won the Guinness World Record. She's a chef, and her name is Hilda Bassi. Now, let me tell you something about Hilda Bassi. Hilda has an online class, which, by the way, is a digital product, where she teaches women how to cook over 160 different meals. Now, she charges 35,000 naira per student and gets about 3,000 registrations every time she does the class. Now, do the math on that. 3,000 students times 35,000 naira. That's over 105 million naira that she makes every single time she does one of these classes. And she normally does about 3 or 4 of them every single year. So, of course, she's able to buy a new car. Of course, she's able to get herself multiple houses in Lekki because she is doing this business. Okay? Now, you might be wondering, oh, can regular people like me or you do this business? Well, of course we can. Take a look at one of my students. Her name is Faith. Now, Faith makes content on Instagram. Some of you here might even know her. She makes skincare related content on Instagram. And she was able to start her TikTok page and grow her TikTok page to the point where she made over 200,000 naira in her first 11 days on TikTok. Okay, and you can see what she said here. I asked her, how much did you make? And she said, let's just say in total, all the money I have made is 200K. And she said, yes, in 2 weeks. Now, to ensure that your dreams of financial freedom come true, here is my big promise to you. Okay, I will be giving you a complete step-by-step guide that will help you make your first 750,000 naira in the next 30 days. And this guide is guaranteed to help you hit that huge financial goal that you have for this year. Because the year is already running. At the beginning of the year, everyone said that they're going to make money. But how many people have actually done that? And that's why I'm giving this guide to you that will help you to hit your goal for this year. Okay? And this is the same guide that has helped over 600 people make their first 750,000 naira in 30 days of starting. And that's why I'm introducing to you the Social Media Income Program. Now, this is not a course. This is a program where you will be learning the ins and outs of social media monetization in the simplest format. And this simple format will enable you to copy, paste, and see results in 30 days or less, guaranteed. Now, the Social Media Income Program is designed to help everyone, including complete newbies who have zero knowledge of how to start an online business. Okay? Now, this program will show you the exact steps that you need to take in ensuring that you make nothing less than 750,000 naira in the next 30 days if you were to start now. So you might be wondering, how do I get paid, right? Well, it's quite simple. There are different websites where you can get digital products that you will link to your social media. And you will be required to attach your account details on these websites. And then every week, you will automatically be credited first thing for every sale you get. No delays, nothing. You get paid in full. You might also be thinking, what if I don't have lots of followers? Can I still do this business? And the answer is yes, you can. Okay, you don't need followers for this business. You just need to be able to post on social media. You might also be wondering, what if I don't know how to sell? Well, I want to let you know that selling is not a complicated thing, and it's also an important aspect of any business. Now, unlike other businesses, it is way easier to make money from selling, which is why most multimillionaires today own something that they sell. Take Dangote, for example. He has his cement. He recently opened his refinery where he sells fuel. And then you have Elon Musk, another billionaire who sells things like Tesla cars, Starlink, and so on. They all sell something. Why? Because that is the easiest thing to do to become a millionaire and to make money. Okay? Now, you might also be thinking, do I need a laptop? And the answer is no, you do not need a laptop to start up this business model. All you need is the same phone that you are using to watch this training right now. Then you might also be thinking, will I be needing extra money after the registration? No, you will not, because you will be taught how to do everything the organic way on TikTok and Instagram so that you can make good money within the next 30 days. Then, when you feel you are comfortable with your weekly income, you can reinvest your earnings into making more money. Okay? So, will you be guided through every step of the way? The answer is yes. I will be personally holding your hand one on one. Okay? Now, do I need to show myself on social media to make money? The answer is no. Somebody asked me this question before the class. She said, do I need to show myself on social media to make money? And the answer is no, because there are many silent people who make huge figures from social media without ever showing their face. So you can do this business faceless, okay? Now, with the social media income blueprint, you will be able to start a profitable social media monetization business, and you can finally kiss goodbye to all your financial problems. Now, imagine if you were given access to this program that has made so many people millionaires in Naira. Do you promise to put into practice everything you are taught? If you know that you promise to put into practice everything that you are taught, type I promise in the chat, okay? Type I promise in the chat. If you know that if I give you access to this program, you will put into practice everything that you are taught, type I promise in the chat. Let me see you say I promise. Okay, Amma said I promise. Chisom said I promise. Julia said I promise. Amazing. I love seeing this. This is what I love to see. Okay? Now, if you have stayed up until this point, I am so proud of you, because this shows that you are actually very serious about transforming your financial status. And I'm sure that making an extra 750,000 naira would help you go a long way. That is why you are even here in the first place. And I hope you have learned a lot so far and are ready to take action to hit your financial goals in the remaining part of this year. Because right now, you have two options. You can either close your phone and maybe attempt this business and fail a couple of times, or you can choose to start with an expert like me to help you achieve faster results. Now, if you love what I just shared with you, then you will love what I have for you next. Are you finally ready to get started right away? Because right now, I'm going to show you how you can work with me personally, right? So, how you can work with me one on one for those of you who want to work with me one on one. Okay, so if you know that you'd like to work with me one on one, then type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you know you'd love to work with me one on one. Okay, I can see Adekambi is saying yes. James is saying yes. Chisom is saying yes. Awesome. Wow, a lot of people want to work one on one. Awesome. So here's exactly how you can go about doing that. Now, to get access to the social media income program and my one-on-one mentorship is currently 60,000 Naira. Why? Because it is the easiest training for newbies right now. However, if you are signing up within the next 48 hours, you will only need 39,000 to get started right away with the social media income program. Okay, now here's a short glimpse of everything that you will benefit inside of this program. You will learn the 3 most important things that you need to start getting paid ASAP so that you don't spend too much time beating around the bush. Okay, so that's the first lesson that I will be teaching you. The 3 most important things that you need to start getting paid ASAP. Now, that first lesson alone is worth over 50,000 Naira, but you'll be getting it as part of the package. Okay. The second thing you'll be learning on day 2 is how to attract buying customers every day so that you'll smash the 300K mark ASAP. Okay, and you'll be able to actually see results in 30 days or less. Now, the third thing that you'll be learning is how to create or how to find an easy to sell product that brings in sales 24/7. Okay. Now, this alone is worth 50,000 Naira as well, but you'll be getting it as part of the package. Now, you will also be getting done for you scripts that will help you to get any customer to pay you. All right. So you'll have the scripts that will show you what to say to people so that they'll be able to get your products. Now, another thing you'll be learning is how I was able to go viral in my first 7 days on TikTok and Instagram. So I'll be showing you exactly what you need to do to have viral posts on social media. Now, let me ask you this. At the end of 30 days, do you want to make 50,000 Naira, 100,000 Naira, or 200,000 Naira weekly? Because this blueprint will show you the exact steps that you need to take, and it is as simple as just copying what I'm doing in my own business and pasting it into your business. Massive results are guaranteed. Okay? Now, everything that you'll be getting in this program is worth well over 200K, but you'll be getting it for just 39,000. Now, let me ask you this. If in the next 30 days to come, you finally hit your goal of 750,000 Naira monthly, would your 39K not be worth it? If your 39K would be worth it for you to hit that goal, type yes in the chat. Type yes if it would be worth it for you to hit that goal of 750K. Okay? I'm seeing some of you say yes. I'm seeing Umi. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So if you know that in the next 30 days, you are finally able to afford your dream apartment, would your 30K not be worth it? Type yes if it would be worth it. If you know it would be worth it for you to be able to actually get your dream apartment in the next 30 days, type yes. Awesome. I'm seeing yeses in the chat. Amazing. Now, if in the next 30 days, you are finally able to quit that job or that heavy labor that overworks you without paying you good money, wouldn't your 39K be worth it for you to be able to quit your job and be able to monetize your social media? Now, let me ask you one more question. If in the next 30 days you are finally be able to afford your own car and stop having to use Bolt or public transport, would your 39K not be worth it? You guys are still saying yes in the chat. Of course it would be worth it, right? Now I want you to imagine something. Imagine that the phone you are using to watch this webinar right now gets damaged or lost. You will need nothing less than 100,000 naira to buy a new phone, right? Whether it's Android or iPhone, phones are very expensive in this economy. So if the phone you are using to watch this webinar right now got lost or damaged, you would need at least 100K to buy a new one. After which you will go back to feeling bad about not having enough money for other things because maybe you would have spent everything or even borrowed money to get a new phone. But this 39,000 will not only help you to start up your own online business, but it also guarantees you your first 750K in the next 30 days. That is more than 200% return on investment. Okay, now take a look at Cassie. Cassie is somebody who made so much from this business that he was able to spend 1 million on a brand new phone. Okay, and now let me show you some more testimonies from some of my students. Now let's start with Faith. Listen to what Faith had to say.
Hi Emil, thank you so much. Like, I'm so grateful. I can't believe that in less than 2 weeks I made 200K, like whooping 200K my account. Like, I am so happy. Thank you so much for the update. God bless you. I really do appreciate. Like, I am really happy. Thank you so much. Expect a gift from it soon.
Did you guys hear what she said? She said that she was really happy. Now listen to Amma. The next testimonial is from Amma, a student who used my strategies to get a foreign client who paid her in dollars, all from her social media. Listen to what she said.
This is Amma Sunday. I am a student with Emily, which has in return transformed my life. I've been able to close a deal currently, and I'm working with a foreign client. And firsthand, this is my testimony. So I will encourage everyone today that once you implement every of his strategy, you will yield results. Because I, for one, I'm standing here today and I'm telling you that it works.
So you guys can hear what she said. She said it works. Now, our last testimony is from a lady who started not too long ago, and I really want you to hear what she had to say.
Thank my coach, my mentor, ML Ruben. Like, I just want to say a very big thank you for your teaching, for your patience. You know, we just concluded our 2 month training, and I must say I enjoyed every bit of the class. I like the fact that you are holding our hands and you really want us to, you didn't hold anything back, and honestly, it's the best training I'd ever had in my entire life, honestly.
So you see that she said I was holding her hands, okay? And the reason she said that is because I gave her one of these bonuses that you are going to be getting access to. So the first bonus that I'm going to be giving only to the first 5 people who make payments, the first bonus will be free access to me as your coach, okay? So if you're part of the first 5 people to make payment, you will have me as your coach personally. So I will be able to, answer your questions and help you no matter how many questions you have. Whether you have 5 questions, 10 questions, 100 questions, I will be there to help you every step of the way. Now, the second bonus that will be available to the first 5 people to make payment is access to a support group with many others like yourself, so that you can rub minds with people like you and help each other to scale up the ladder. Okay. And the third bonus that I'll be giving to the first 5 people to make payment is free access to weekly live trainings where you will be able to come together with me to address whatever concerns or challenges that you have. Okay. So those bonuses are only for the first 5 people. Now, if you want to be able to get access to everything I've just mentioned, then you can make payment of 35,000 naira into the account details on the screen. Okay. So I've put it there on the screen and it's also there in the chat. FCMB 102-670-3938. Now you can screenshot this, okay, so that you'll be able to make payment to the account details here. And the price is 39,000 naira. Now, if you want to get the bonuses, then after you make payment, come back here and comment paid so that I will know that you're the first or the second or the third to make payment, okay? You can also send the receipts to my DM on WhatsApp, okay? Now take a look at this right here on the screen. This is another one of my students who was able to get results the first day that she started implementing what I taught her, okay? So you can see here what she said. She said, guys, I just got my first sale using this strategy. And if you look at what she said at the bottom, she said, crazy thing, I set up everything today and got my first sale today. Isn't that amazing? Imagine getting your first sale the very day that you start implementing what I teach you. That's amazing, right? Now, guess how much my next student was able to make in 1 month? I don't want to tell you, I want you to listen for yourself. Listen to what Olachi had to say.
Okay, so I never regretted the day I met Coach Emma Ruben. This man's course totally changed my life. For real. This is how much I was able to make after I paid for the social media income blueprint course. Like, I made more than 450,000 naira last month only because I paid for this course. I learned under him, I learned from him. He taught me everything that I needed to succeed in this business. And see, let me
So you guys can hear exactly what she said. She made 450,000 in her first month. Now imagine what you would be able to do. And because of this, I am so confident that this will work for you that I'm going to be doing something that I have never seen any other coach do before. I'm going to be offering you a double your money refund. Now, I want you to screenshot this and pay attention to what I'm going to say right now. If you join the program, put into practice what you are taught, and you still don't get at least 750,000 in the next 30 days, then I'll refund you double the amount that you spend on this program. That way, even if you don't make money from my program itself, you will at least be able to make money from the refund. Okay? Now, if you're ready to be part of the first 5, then you can make payment into the account details below. I'm already seeing some people saying paid on my WhatsApp with the receipt. So if you know that you want to be part of the first 5, then make sure that you pay into the account details on the screen. FCMB 102-670-3938. Okay. Now meet Bamidele. This is somebody who was able to make over 2.5 M in 7 days. Now, I'm not saying he made this in his first 7 days. No, don't get me wrong. Okay. It took him about 6 months for him to get to the point where he made this amount of money, but he still was able to do it with 6 months of hard work. And now he's at the point where he makes about 2.5 M every single week. And he was even able to take himself on vacation to Egypt. You can see the picture here where he took himself on vacation to Egypt. And later, when he came back from Egypt, he was able to buy his first car, all from social media. Okay? Now, I want to give something special to the first 5 people, like I mentioned. So, for the first 5 people to get started right away, you will be given an exclusive access to a sales challenge. Okay. Now, you might be thinking, what is a sales challenge? Now, a sales challenge is basically where you are rewarded for each sale that you make. And this is aside from the money you make from one sale. So there are different rewards that are won in sales challenges, like phones, laptops, cars, and even all expense paid vacations. Now meet Treasure. Treasure is somebody who won an all expense paid trip to Rwanda after making over 500 sales from this same business. And then you have Chidima. Some of you might even know Chidima. Okay, Chidima is a girl who was in UNN, like University of Nigeria in Enugu, and she literally won a car. Not just one car, but even I think she got two, right? After getting over 800 sales using this same social media business model. And then we have Chiamaka, who won a vacation to Mauritius after meeting the 1,000 sales target. Okay. Now, also, for the first 5 people who will make payments, you will be given access to a free course on how to earn in dollars as a copywriter. Okay. So that's something that normally would be sold separately for like 75K, but you'll be getting it as part of the package. Okay. Now remember, the account details is FCMB 102-670-3938. Now, if you get this program, I can assure you that this is the last course that you will ever buy that's related to making money online, because this is guaranteed to work. Okay. Now, this offer is only up for the next 48 hours. So, after 48 hours, what happens? Well, after 48 hours, the free bonuses will be removed. So, what do I mean? You will no longer have access to me as your personal coach after the next 48 hours. Okay. And that means you won't have anybody who can answer your questions. And it means that you will have to figure it out yourself. Okay. I can see Joy paid. So, Joy, I think you're the second person. So, that means 2 of the bonuses have already gone. So, there's only 3 left. Okay. Now, the second thing that will be missing after the first 48 hours is that while your friends who are here now, who have signed up early, are being given premium soap, premium tips, while I'm giving people like Joy lots of value in live sessions, you will not be part of that. Okay, so if you're not part of the first 5 to pay in 48 hours, you will miss out on that. Okay, now the last thing that you'll miss out on, or the last thing that would happen, should I say, is that the fee will become 2 times what it is right now after 48 hours. So instead of needing 39K to get started, you will need 60K to be able to start if you wait until this promo is gone. Okay. But for those of you who have joined now, you don't have to worry about that, okay? Now remember, the reason that you are here is to make huge income for yourself, and you may never come across this opportunity ever again. And I'm sure that there have been some business opportunities in the past that you wanted to start, but you could not because you were unable to make up your mind, only to see that your friend or someone who was begging you to start in the beginning is now making good money and doing better than you. What you are about to do is invest in an entire lifetime of financial freedom. And I do not want you to regret missing out on this one-time opportunity. And it will be very painful if you have to spend an extra 21,000 when you could have just started with 39,000. Okay. Now, don't you want to be part of the top 1% of Nigerians who make over 750K monthly? In fact, 750K is even small. Some people who have been in this business for almost a year are doing crazy figures weekly. Just like Favor, you can see Favor here, she made over 730,000 in just 7 days from this same social media business model. And then you have Anna. Some of you might know Anna from Instagram. She's not my student, but she's somebody who does the same business model as me. And she was able to make 1.9 million in 1 week, okay, from the same social media business. And then we have Jacinta. Jacinta is a barrister. For any of you who know barristers, they are always busy. Okay, but Jacinta was able to balance her busy job and this social media business, and she was able to make 1.5 M in 1 week from this same business model. Okay, now don't forget that to get started, all you have to do to be part of the first 5 is make payment into the account details on the screen, FCMB 102-670-3938, and my name is Emil Ruben. My last name is Houessou. Okay, now 2 slots have gone already. Joy is said paid. You can see here, Joy in the chat said paid. There's someone else who sent it to my WhatsApp. There's only 3 slots left, guys. So if you want to be part of the remaining 3 to get one-on-one mentorship, you will never see anybody else do one-on-one mentorship for this cheaper price. Okay, so if you want to be part of those who get that, then you can make payment of 39,000 naira. Now, don't forget that all you need for you to change your life is to make just one right decision. And hopefully, this will be the right decision for you. Thank you all so much for joining tonight's class. I'll drop the link to the replay in the group, okay? And for those of you who stay till the end, you can reach out to me for your gift, okay? Now, also, if you've made payments, send the receipts to my DM, okay? And for those of you who haven't made payments, like I mentioned, you have 48 hours to do so before the price goes up. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you, those of you who I'm going to mentor, I will see you later.